Here a horse was domesticated for the first time. From Kazakhstan's land, a man climbed into outer space for the first time. Kazakhstan is the homeland of apples and tulips. Kazakhstan. This amazing country has become familiar to all of humanity in the last 20 years upon declaring its independence. You can hardly miss this country on the map. The republic, situated in the very heart of Eurasia, ranks number 9 in size. From the Altai Mountains in the east to the Caspian Sea in the west, Kazakh land extends 3,500 kilometers. From the very north, located in the west of Siberia, to the Tian Shan Mountains in the south, 1,500 kilometers. A total of 5 Frances and Switzerland could easily be placed here. In the bowels of this immense land are all the treasures of nature, and its landscapes are unique. These are boundless spaces located on a considerable part of the Silk Way, from China to Constantinople. Mangistau is situated in the southwest of Kazakhstan. It borders with the Republic of Turkmenistan and through the Caspian Sea with Azerbaijan and Iran. The oblast was founded on the 20th of March of 1973. It received historical name Mangistau on 17th of August in 1990. Regional center is Aktau City. Area of 16,564.2 hectares. Population of 524.2 thousand people. This distinctive region is rich in natural and historical monuments. For thousands of years, a lot of mysterious and not man-made masterpieces made their appearance. No one knows for certain how and from where these spherical stones appeared. Scientists are not able to provide a definite answer.
Таких мест всего 2 в мире.
Scientists do not agree on the origin of these stones. Everyone has his or her own version. The spheres, 4 or 5 meters in diameter, can be noticed from a distance of 300 kilometers. You will never see the same thing anywhere else in the world. Millions of years ago, this land was under the ancient ocean Tethys. When the ocean water retrieved, unusual landscapes appeared. Sharkala mountain is one of them. When looked at from different points, people see its similarities with different things. For instance, if turned over, it looks like a drinking bowl of yurta. Some people even see the shape of a sleeping lion. Once it was a big caravan road on spaces of a stirred. In different time periods, different historical monuments appeared on its route. Archaeologists do not have enough time to finish exploring it. That is why it is unknown what kind of secrets these dumb witnesses of antiquity keep. Remains of 362 saints lie in the Mangistau's lands. This is quite logical. There are 25,000 historical monuments in Kazakhstan, and more than 12,000 of them, almost half, are in Mangistau's region. The main reason of pride in the western region is the Caspian Sea. It is considered to be the largest lake in the world. The Caspian Sea doesn't have direct access to seas or oceans, that is why it is a lake. But due to its great size, it is called a sea. Today, Kenderly International Resort, located on the shore of the sea and popular with its healing water and air, is rapidly being developed. 23 hotels are located on 1,700 hectares. 22,000 tourists may be provided with accommodation and first-class service in 4,000 villas. There are plans to build a big airport capable of receiving up to 1 million passengers per year. Almaty Oblast region, it is situated on the southeast of Kazakhstan. Administrative center is Taldykorgan city. Yet another well-known natural monument of Kazakhstan. It is located 220 kilometers to the south of Kazakhstan. It is Sharin Canyon, which according to scientists was formed 300 million years ago. The fantastic scenery is like a picture of another world or planet. People from all over the world come here to feast their eyes on fanciful stones. I came from China with a specific purpose. I'm in Kazakhstan for the first time. It is so beautiful and great. I think it is the only one in the world. I came to Kazakhstan with my colleagues especially. It is a strikingly beautiful place. There is no place like it in China. The first one is in America, the second is in Kazakhstan. Yes, this is true. The same picture can be seen only in North America, in the state of Colorado. I am referring to the Grand Canyon, yet according to tourists, Sharin attracts with its fresh air and unique views. Kolsai Lakes deserve their nickname, the Pearl of Tian Shan. These are unusually beautiful places. Blue lakes surrounded by mountains with coasts full of firs. Here you will find several routes which can be traveled on bicycles or horse that allow you to take pleasure in splendid views of environments. We are at Kolsai for the first time this year. We used to come here before. It's good here, pure air, a lot of greenery around us. We have kumis. It is a perfect place for a family holiday. There is no need to travel abroad for recreation. There are remarkable places for it in Kazakhstan. It is better to ride on a horse here than in a car. You can see more of nature's charms. Nature generously presented these landscapes with uncommon beauty. There is a unique lake in the national park Kayındı. There are some lakes similar to it in the world. Nearly 100 years ago, a powerful earthquake resulted in the natural partition from mining rocks across a small river. As a result, we are able to see this unique water body today. Partially flooded pines still grow and stay green in it. I think that this is beautiful and perfect place for tourists because it is the only one in the world. I want places like this to be preserved for our descendants. The combination of these sounds and echo is so damped because of the mountains, the sounds of the water, birds. The air is extremely clean here. The park is popular because of its diversity of the animal kingdom. You may easily come across a roe, mountain goat, wild ram or wild boar here. On the top of the mountains, there once were snow leopards and bears. Devotees of wild nature may find many interesting things in the Ile-Alatau Park, not far from Turgen. The dense forest from coniferous trees around you. There are a lot of berries and medicinal herbs here. A bit higher up you can see glaciers that don't even melt in summer. The other unique locality in the region is the treasure house of the world culture. It is 175 kilometers from Almaty in Jambul's region, Damgali. You may see 12,000 petroglyphs of rock paintings here. These were left behind from different time periods, from ancient Sacs and Turks. The territory of the historical monument makes up 3,800 hectares. There are horsemen, shamans, wild bulls, wild rams, wolves, horse-drawn vehicles among these pictures. While carefully observing the creation of these ancient painters, you may easily immerse yourself in the time of rule of the Sak tribes. It is interesting that these drawings haven't been damaged by time. They have reached us through 1,000 years, and now tourists who want to know the art of their distant ancestors may feast their eyes on them. Golden Man, a Sak warrior buried 2,500 years ago in one of the barrows near Issyk city, 50 kilometers from Almaty, was given this name. Nowadays, thousands of people from all over the world come to see this man-made miracle. The armor of the warrior is made of pure gold and is a striking image with its beauty and uniqueness. Tourists have the opportunity to listen to stories from the time of the Sak tribes as they are told by archaeologists. It is hard to amaze Italian people with ancient artifacts, but when we took Golden Man to Rome, we were flooded by excursionists who pelted us with questions. They asked if it was trousers that the ancient warrior put it on. They noticed interesting details, as you see. 2,500 years ago, Sak men wore trousers. Not only Kazakhstani scientists, but also foreigners' attention has been riveted for a long time on the ancient settlement of Botai, that is on banks of river Iman-Burlak. The monument was unveiled by Victor Zybert, professor and doctor of history. It's been already 30 years since he and his colleagues from different countries have been studying Botai culture. Several years ago they discovered that for the first time on Earth a man tamed a wild horse here in North Kazakhstan. It happened nearly 7,000 years ago. In those distant times they already knew how to make kumis. We learned about it due to the analysis of ceramic pots that had been found here. Molecules of mare's milk were found on the bottoms. It was clarified by archaeologists and chemists. It is our pride. The Botai settlement provides evidence concerning the antiquity of our culture. For instance, ancient dwellings made of logs and clay were found. As scientists say, in winters it was warm and in summers it was cool there. The shape of the dwellings resemble yurta and household building shoshala. The domestication of horses was a big break for all of whole mankind. New communications appeared between different nations, trade and dialect of cultures developed. People of the northern Kazakhstan's region keep heritage of their distant ancestors in a proper manner. Tourists who visit Imantau may be convinced of this as they watch equestrian sports contests and national games. In future, an ethnic village, Aul, will be founded here, where people will be able to study Kazakh language. The mountain mass, 45 kilometers long and 25 kilometers wide, is called Bayanaul. The thick forest consists of birches, poplars and pines. The land is rich in fanciful statues made of stone created by nature. Blocks hardened for ages resemble with their shapes camels, wild rams, elephants and other animals. This stone looks like Zil. It was the name of mammoth given by Kazakh people. From here you can see the neck of the giant. From afar you may see the other side of animal. One of the largest lakes of Bayanaul is Jasubay. It is the most visited place in the region by tourists. A lot of travelers come here from different countries abroad, both near and far. Campsites are provided for them. Moyalde Resort is located 15 kilometers from Pavlodar. The sulfide mud from the lake has healthy qualities for the human organism. Sedimentary rocks have all the elements of Mendeleev's table. A health-improving institution was founded in 1922. Musculoskeletal nerve systems and gynecological diseases are all cured here. Inhabitants of Germany, Canada, Israel and France come here for medical treatment. Not long ago, a woman from France who couldn't become pregnant came here. Before, she had been medically treated in Moscow, where she was advised to visit us. There is a follicular hormone in our mud. Besides, 50–70% of Mendeleev's table. It is unique in the world, a natural remedy. East Kazakhstan Oblast region, it contains most part of the Altai Mountains. It borders with Russia and China. The region is rich with water resources. About 800 of rivers flow on its territory. The attention of the world's historians have been riveted to Beryl's Barrow. It is called a place of eternal rest of ancient tribal leaders. 15 years ago was the burial of Sak commander and his wife, decorated with golden garments. Besides, there were found bones of 13 horses buried next to their owners. This ancient monument of past epochs will become an open-air museum soon. Rakhman Lake in Katong-Karagais National Park is popular for its waterfall of a height of 80 meters. This place, which is sacred, rich in animals, lakes and rivers, is covered with green forest, and the tops of the local mountains are inaccessible even to birds. We have been living here for 2–3 days already. We are perfectly impressed. It is better to spend a holiday here, in the bosom of untouched nature, as in here, for example. If Kazakhstan's people come here, it will be great. These places are beautiful. Rakhman springs contain carbonic acid and radon. This water is very healthy. Stomach, nervous system and muscle diseases are successfully cured here. This region's animal kingdom is very diverse. It is the main locality of Marel. This is a special household where these beautiful horned animals are bred. Abundant motley grass promotes it. The horns of Marels have medicinal qualities. Pentacrine gives power to man and improves the immune system. According to specialists, the blood from Marel's horns is very useful for the human organism. Dried horns are raw materials for the production of different remedies. From horns, broth is cooked, but not for eating. It is delivered to resorts where it is used for medical baths. In foothills of Altai, a local lake is well known with its salubrious qualities. This name was given to it not without reason. One part of the lake is sweet and the other is salty. That is why the surface of water is motley. Since olden times, people have known that the water of the lake cures different skin diseases. History tells us that warriors of Chinggis Khan and Kabanbai Batyr, returning from their military trips, cured their wounds here. The other quality of the lake is really unique. The local water serves as a treatment for radioactive irradiation. During the Soviet times, it was obligatory for cosmonauts, having descended from the orbit of the Earth, to swim here for several days. It is interesting that Alakal becomes warm faster than Issyk-Kul in Kyrgyzstan. In the beginning of the summer, the temperature of water is 20 degrees above 0 Celsius. Vacationers at Issyk-Kul wait for the middle of July to swim. This land is well known not only for its nature, but also for its great sons. Abay and Shakarim were born here. In Jedibai's district lie their remains. A great number of people come here to read the Quran for great personalities, well known all over the world. Turkestan. It is a spiritual center not only for Kazakh people but also for the rest of the Turkic nations. Great poet Makjan Jumabayev called it the cradle of Turkic peoples, the first capital of Kazakh Khanate. The city on the Silk Way was well known to the whole world even in the 6th century. The first place to visit for tourists is the mausoleum of Hoja Ahmed Yasawi. Our great ancestor applied many efforts for the dissemination of Islam in Central Asia. This mausoleum, that is a monument of medieval architecture, was built in the 14th century by indication of Layim Timur. Nearly 300 Kazakh Khans and Batirs, including Ablai Khan, who had united all 3 Kazakh Jews, were buried next to Hoja Ahmed Yasawi. The mausoleum is the biggest medieval building in Central Asia, with a large cupola that remains safe until now. Emir Timur gathered together hundreds of the best architects from every corner of the globe, specifically for the building of the burial vault. Even today, the scientists don't know the secret of the ancient builders. For example, the bricks used during the construction of the mausoleum become harder with every passing year. Even after many centuries, the paints don't lose their colors.
Сол уақыттағы мысалы ата-бабамыз өте білімді, ғылымды меңгерген ата-бабаларымыз.
Of course, we haven't reached the level of masters of that epoch, because items made by our ancestors are very elaborate work. Even now, we can't grasp all their secrets. Muslim tourists read Quran for Hoja Ahmed Yasawi. Here we can see the place in the cave where he worshipped God when he reached Prophet Muhammad's age, that is 63.
Сами мы из Байконура. Я сюда приезжаю уже 3-й раз.
We are from Baikonur. I have come here for the 3rd time. This time I took my wife and children. Why did we come? Because we live in the territory of Kazakhstan and must know the history of nation whose guests we are. One of the interesting places for travelers is medieval city Oturar. This city was the political, economic and cultural center in its time, and Genghis Khan's warriors were not able to seize it for 6 months. Even in the 12th century there was a water supply system, roads paved with stones and bathhouse complexes. According to archaeologists, the city is witness to well-developed science in medieval Kazakhstan. In accordance with some historical data, Oturar had the 2nd largest library in the world, after the one in Alexandria. In the ancient city, archaeological excavations have been conducted for 40 years. For the last 2,000 years, according to specialists, 7 cities were founded here, one after another. The stream of tourists and pilgrims to these holy and historical places gradually and permanently increases. Oturar has become so popular as one of the pearls of cultural heritage not only of Kazakhstan but of the whole world, that soon it will be nominated for the list of the World Heritage of UNESCO. These places witnessed many battles. "50 kilometers from Oturar is the other medieval city, Sauran, which had walls several meters thick. It was not only a large trade and economic point on the Great Silk Way, but also the center of the state.
Егіз қақпаның алдында тұрмыз қазір.
These are the main gates of the city. Construction was suspended and had 2 functions, bridge and city gates. Upon visiting the main square of Sauran, you would be convinced that its streets were once full of caravans. The city was in flowers. There were a lot of gardens here, feasting the eyes of guests. A corner of nature untouched by a human, rich in flora and fauna, with pure glacial water. These are not the Swiss Alps. This is the largest reserve in our country, Okzident. Juan is a citizen of Switzerland. Before, his favorite place on the earth were the Alps. Now it is Okzident.
During this travel in Kazakhstan, I met many friendly people.
In Kazakhstan, people offer you hospitality. They give you many good things to eat. I discover very good. Excuse me, maybe I will start again.
One of the most beautiful and deepest gorge of the world is located in this reserve. It can attract anybody's attention with its beauty. The gorge extends to 30 kilometers. On its bottom are the Aksu River swifts. It takes several hours to reach its banks. Sarıagaş Resort has no equals in Kazakhstan. This is no exaggeration, as a minimum of 20,000 people hoping to relax and be cured visit this resort annually. A remarkable oasis of culture and nature, such sheer bliss, service and catering, the hospitality of this resort strikes my mind. Medical mineral water, soft climate, modern medical equipment, and the most important thing, qualified doctors, make Sarıagaş the leader of Kazakhstani health improving system. Archaeological excavations are always conducted in the 2,000-year-old city of Taraz. You can find valuable relics everywhere. They include the first mosque of Kazakhstan, the Eastern bathhouse, Karakhan's mausoleum, who established Islam as the state religion of Kazakhstan, and the only museum of stone dolmens in the country. These are some of the medieval monuments of the city. Stone complex Akartas is a mystery even nowadays. This unfinished architectural complex is 45 kilometers from Taraz. Accurately cut and specifically chosen for their dimensions, these stones are a witness to how developed construction technology of the time was. According to specialists, even modern technology can't cut stones from rocks so precisely. Scientists have different versions regarding the origin of Akartas. Some say that it is the temple of Buddha, others that it is a Christian church of Nestor's current. Yet many scientists think that Arab commander Qutayb ibn Muslim, spreading Islam in Central Asia at the time, plans to build his raid headquarters here, but he prematurely died and his idea wasn't realized. The stones left are the only evidence of it. The western part, Lealatau, Karakundu's gorge. It makes impression of the past when you see Kazakh aul consisting of beautiful yurta, numerous flocks of sheep and horses. There are more than 500 types of plants on the territory of reserve. They include endemic flowers that only grow here. The main thing is offshoot of mountains, which is a native land of first apple. It is wild. We collect its seeds, then plant them in the nursery, and the next year cultural sorts of apples, Porto, Limonka, are replanted here. We then have cultural sorts of apples. Kobyz is an ancient Kazakh musical instrument. Two-stringed kobyz is believed to be the primogenitor of the modern violin. Its unusual sound gives pleasure and power to its listeners. Legend says that this instrument was first made by Karkit Ota, who was born in this land. That is why his monument was built in the form of a kobyz. 30 metal pipes are located at the foot of the quadrilateral stele. When the wind blows, these pipes make the same sound as the kobyz. Karkit Ota was a counselor of 4 khans and was considered to be a holy person by all Turkic-speaking nations. Escaping from death, he traveled a lot around the world. That is why in the inner side of the stele, the pattern camel's foot is drawn. By the memorial complex, there is a museum that has 700 exhibits. Land of Kyzylovrda became well known with its cosmodrome Baikonur. Mankind stepped to the universe for the first time from here. On 12th of April of 1961, Yuri Gagarin on spacecraft Vostok rose to the orbit of the Earth. Now Baikonur is the largest complex of its kind in the world. The first cosmic tourist also departed from here. Akmolinskaya Oblast region is situated in the northern part of Severka. The pearls of Kazakhstani nature are concentrated here. Burabai, Zerinda and Sandaktau resorts zone as well as the Korgaljind Reserve. These places are studded with hundreds of lakes. More than 200 resorts intended for Kazakhstani and foreign tourists are operating in the region. Burabai, glorified in poetry and songs of many Akuns, strikes us with its amazing beauty. According to scientists, these wonderful places appeared millions of years ago when glaciers retrieved and an ancient ocean bared its bottom. Since then, stones of unusual shapes full of secrets and feasting eyes have appeared here. Most tourists are amazed by Jumbaktas and Okzident covered with legends. This mountain attracts with its unique beauty rather than with its height. This land is well known not only for its nature, but also for its ancient monuments, valuable especially to the Kazakh nation. At this place people raised a blai on a white felt mat and announced Khan. The throne of the great Khan is preserved here. Ablai Khan united 3 Kazakh Juzes at the foot of Kokshetau and then raised the banner of struggle against Jungar conquerors. We relax looking at Burabai. It was our dream and now it is realized. This place is the best among splendid ones. Burabai National Park is well known for its fauna diversity. Travelers don't wander at roes and marls. This land is the land of 80 lakes. Transparent lakes are the main decorations of Burabai. When people swim here, they have incomparable pleasure. That is why, in spite of the long road, travelers come here every summer from abroad, both near and far. The drive takes many hours. The road is long from Omsk, but when we reach this place, our mood becomes better. This place is worth the 11 hours on the bus. We are not upset. Not only Burabai's water, but its air is also salubrious. There are a lot of pines emitting the smell of either oils in these forests. It is very healthy for humans. That is why people wandering in the pine forest feel better. Pure and remarkable air, beautiful mountains, scenery, warm water, hospitable people who will return here. Almaty city is located in the center of Eurasia, in the north of the Tian Shan Mountains, at the foot of Alatau. It is the largest megapolis of Kazakhstan, the center of business tourism in Central Asia. Last year, more than 1 million tourists visited this place. Main tourist places are Medeo, Shimbulak and Koktebe. One of the most beloved places for fans of winter sports is Shimbulak. It is located 2,510 meters high above the sea level. You can go skiing and snowboarding here. This land is the center of not only domestic but also world tourism. Asia that took place here is proof of this. An artificial attraction of Shimbulak is a cableway. After the same construction in the USA and France, is the third by size in the world. Lifting by cableway, extent of which is 5 kilometers, tourists may feast their eyes on the delightful views of Shimbulak and Medeo for 20 minutes. When you come here, you can see wonderful mountain landscapes and breathe the crystal clear air of these places. Medeo is the pride of not only Almaty but all of Kazakhstan. It is the most alpine ice skating ring in the world. The complex is 1,700 meters high above the sea level. Spring water is used for forming the ice on the mountain. It is frozen by the natural cold. The soft climate and low atmospheric pressure allow for big sports results. More than 170 world records were established here. In Almaty, there are many places to relax, including the Republic of Kazakhstan's first President's Park. At night, there is a fountain show with music and original light illumination.
I like
Almaty. The main thing is hospitable people and gorgeous nature. I like its stability. People are very good and kind. The other well-known park in Almaty has the name of 28 Heroes of Panfilo. Its territory has 18 hectares. There are Voznesensky Cathedral, House of Officers, Memorial of Fame, Monument of the Hero of the Second World War Baurjan Mamushale, Symbol of Independent Nation, Monument of Independence. In the center of the complex there is the statue of Golden Man. On both sides there are pictures of foundation and further development of Kazakh nation. Astana, the main city of the Republic of Kazakhstan, the youngest capital in the world where original architectural ideas have been realized. It's got its status not long ago, 13 years. The city is interesting with its modern architecture, which is a combination of the styles of the East and the West. Many architectural ensembles of Astana are unique. You will never see the same elsewhere. One of them is Bayterek. The monument, a symbol of the eternal life tree, was constructed based on an idea of the President Nursultan Nazarbayev. Bayterek has become not only a place of relaxation for city dwellers, but also a trademark for all of Kazakhstan. The giant sphere, weighing 300 tons, is made of glass chameleon that changes its colors depending on time. The monument is 97 meters in height, and there is a reason for it. It was exactly in 1997 when it was decided that the capital be transferred to this beautiful city. Bayterek personifies the cosmogonical ideas of ancient nomads, their view of the world. That is why Bayterek is not only an architectural creation, but also the material incarnation of ties between the past and future of the Kazakh nation. Every tourist noticed the Palace of Peace and Accord. This pyramid, that is 60 meters in height, is the center of spiritual unity for not only of Kazakhstani people,